real quick. Introduce yourself.
Go back
It's okay. Well, what's your name? What's your name?
Al Mossad.
Spell it for me.
Capital MOUSSAB.
And your first name?
Al. A-L.
A-L?
Yes.
All right. I got you on when you were testifying. That's good. You can go. Thank you very much.
Sorry, yes.
What is your name?
Manira El Boumani,
Spell it.
MUNIRAHELBOMANI.
All right. And you were up there earlier speaking to the council. Today's Tuesday, November 26th. They have a special council meeting in the morning. And you were speaking to the council about the lead issues and water filter, I believe. What were you talking to the council about?
Well, basically, I was just letting them know that, it's just ironic that, they went from like less than a month or 2 months, like from 200 lead service lines being replaced to now 3,000, and there's no oversight. As you already know, that the city has been telling people the water is safe to drink, and that wasn't true.
I mean, do you have doubts
we don't have no confidence in this administration. They lie under oath about a lot of things. As you know it, hearing the issues about the water crisis, there's a lot of misinformation coming from this administration.
So you don't believe the jump from 200 to 3,000?
Especially when we don't have any documented scientific data. We can't track anything here.
All right. Well,
everything is just word of mouth.
All right, so you can't see it. I mean, you see it going on. And the gentleman mentioned he can see some of the lead pipes being.
Well, we can see them replacing lead pipes, but one of the gentlemen that you just spoke to who had to leave out, who's with the lawsuit with New Caucus, who's with NRDC that filed the lawsuit, and thank you for them for filing it, because if they didn't file a lawsuit, we probably would still be having major issues with our water if they didn't apply pressure to the city, which through this lawsuit. But
well, the question was, do you see it happening? Do you see them?
Well, I see the contractors, but we don't see the data. And you could work on anything in the street. They was working to fix the potholes, but all the potholes are still in the street, right?
Right.
There's plenty of them, right?
So just because you see some people out there working, you don't know what they're working on. All right, that's what you're saying.
When you have no scientific data tracking information, which the city have a issue with their tracking system anyway. Everything is antiquated. We can't even find a percentage of manpower that's coming from Newark on these construction sites, on these job sites. Particularly job sites that have to employ Newark residents. We never can get any scientific data. So we just want data. We want oversight. We don't want the people who are responsible for the criminal negligence to be the ones who are doing the oversight.
As the city and the council, I mean, normally there's a liaison. The council has a liaison to public works and, who does projects and capital projects and things like this. None of the city council members have this information. I mean, talking back and forth to the administration.
Well,
about
you see, we get up there and ask them, and I asked them a few questions, right? And you see, it's no response.
Okay.
No response from the council, particularly, because they're the ones who represent the public. They are our council. The administration is the administration, but the council is supposed to represent. They all supposed to represent us, but the council is to engage with the citizens, with the constituents. We are their constituents, and they're supposed to respond to us.
Okay.
But you see, they never do.
All right. Do you have a water filter at your house?
No, I don't.
You drinking the water?
Well, actually, no, I don't. I go and I purchase ionized water and alkaline water.
Let me ask you one thing. Are you a lifelong Newark resident? You've been here your whole life?
Well, half of my life.
Okay.
I'm a native. I'm born in Patterson and lived here over 30 years.
Silk City down to the Brick City, huh?
Silk City to the Brick City.
All right.
Absolutely.
That's here's my question.
Been here longer.
Well, you're just like Newark's water, right? Newark's water comes from out there, down the mountains down here, correct?
Yeah.
Once upon a time there used to be a debate down here. I call it the Greater Newark area, Orange, East Orange, Irvington, and Newark, about who had the best water, and everybody always said Newark's water was the best because it tasted the best.
Well, actually, within all the contaminated areas, Newark water is probably better than some of those areas.
So you agree with
But
that?
the fact of the matter is that any lead, and there's not only just lead in the water. There's also acid in the water, benzene, chlorine. There's other stuff that they're not even addressing. They're just talking about the lead. And there's other contaminants that's killing people, cancer-causing agents that's killing people. We just had an acid report that this came out from the city, which there are high levels of acid, cancer-causing agents in the water. And I think I have a copy of it.
Is that
here
also
on
from the
my-
pipes? Like I said, it comes from the
Yeah,
natural springs.
Yeah.
All right.
And they're not talking about the treatment, the treatment plant. The water is probably not being, is definitely not being treated properly, and it is the source of the reason why it's causing the pipes to flake and causing the lead in the lead service lines. And they're not talking about that either.
All right. So anybody who
So it's
wants
a lot of things.
anybody who wants to find out more about what organization you represent.
Well, I'm actually, I'm with the Newark Water Coalition, which is a community-based grassroots organization that we sat down to develop to, hold and provoke accountability for the people, the citizens, the ones who are affected. And I'm also a part of the Black Human Rights Campaign under the Million Women's March, and we deal with, Black human rights issues.
Okay.
And we just formed, and you will hear about it more because we're doing from Newark to Flint to Detroit to Tennessee and other Black and brown communities that have high levels of lead, which is all over in Black and brown communities. This crisis, and we need to know why too. We know why because, I guess they consider, Black and brown communities as the dumping grounds for pollution and all that type of stuff. But the Black Human Rights Campaign under the Million Women's March, we just formed a task force, a Get the Lead Out Action Task Force, which you will be hearing more about it. And we're going to be talking about some of the issues that we need to actually have them to take action on.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that.
Right. Facebook, social media, website, anything where people can go?
Well, you can go to www.blogtalkradio.com/Empress Chi. We have a Saturday radio program that comes on every Saturday. Also, every first and third Saturday of the month, I have also a podcast on Nwk.fm, and you can just see me live on Facebook every first and third Saturday of the month. Our headquarters, national headquarters, contact information is nationalmwm@aol.com, nationalmwm@aol.com. That is our national headquarters. My email address is mbumani, MBOMANI, 4 Our headquarters office is 267-636-3802 for more information on the Get the Lead Out Task Force. And from Newark to Flint to Detroit to Tennessee and all Baltimore have water contamination issues. We're getting ready to do a city to city and a state to state tour through all the Black and brown communities of folks with lead crisis in their community. We need people to get involved. Okay, if we don't get involved with the issues that's going on in our community, who else should? So,
What's the name of your podcast?
you can reach me at Nwk.fm, and my podcast is the Black Human Rights Essex and Newark Task Force.
Okay. Thank you.